touch up on that also. Men that are seeing a woman like going through something, just broke up with her baby's dad, has two kids, she's struggling, but he happened to catch her, slid up in her DMs, and he's actually catching her whole story. He's looking behind the photos. She's filling them in like, oh man, I'm struggling right now. Like, lost my car, and I got two kids trying to get them to school and stuff like that. What message do you have for the men that are like, that have that cape on, that's like, oh man, this is easier for me to get this woman because she needs a man. She needs someone to save her right now, and I'm a volunteer myself.
You got to understand that how you meet a woman is how it's going to end. My dad always says, like, how you start something is how it's probably going to end. If somebody's meeting you with desperation to get your attention, best believe that's not somebody that's trying to aid or add. That's someone that's not trying to subtract and pull, right? That's a trap. It's an obvious trap. I am very low. I am in trouble, right? It's damsel in distress thing. Girls do it all the time. You'd be at work, for example, and a girl will say, in her nicest, most polite, she'll lower herself. She'll look right at you with puppy dog eyes. That's because girls instinctively know when they act from a form of submission, it wakes up a male's dominant nature and he wants to save her. That's female instinct, being aware of male instinct, acting in accordance to that to get something out of us. That's something that's been built into us for centuries. So anytime I feel a woman is going down in that lower submission, when I know that's not the way she is, that's a telltale sign of danger. If she is in a situation where, oh, the baby father this and that, and the baby's this and that, understand that's a tornado, and you're trying to go in there and you're trying to do something unnatural and stop a tornado. You're a human being, right? And eventually you got to understand, a woman will use you if you put yourself out there to be used. Best believe any woman will use you if you put yourself out there to be the mule. But at the end of the day, girl don't want a mule. She wants a stallion, right?
True.
So you got to understand that. She'll use the mule, but she'll take pictures with the stallion, right? You got to understand that.
Okay. Another thing would be men that are usually softer to women, nicer to women, and they always turn around and look back, man, like, I did all this for her, gave her all this attention, I'm still in the friend zone, and the guy that she complained about, the asshole, she still ended up hooking up with him, like, anyways. Like, even though I gave her advice and she knew that she got hurt before, she still went back to the bad boy. Like, and he's sitting back thinking, like, do I need to convert from being a nice guy to an asshole or to be the bad boy? What do you think about, or what do you say to those men that are in between and thinking, like, should they cross over? Should they be the asshole? Should they be the nice guy?
The thing is that guys will conflate being a bad boy with just a man that holds himself to a standard, right? You got to ask yourself as a man, why do women want men at all, right? Women are looking for safety, security, and stability. Women are looking for a leader. Women are looking for a man that can knock somebody out if they hit him, right? If a man is constantly giving, that's not a leader. That's a giver. That's somebody that can be easily utilized and then thrown away. In nature, the one that's constantly got their A open and got a wound ready to be utilized by an attacker is the one that dies the fastest. The one that's the most conservative lives the longest. The guy that's got the tent in the cave with the bottle of water and the tank of gas is a lot better than the one that's got no cave, no tent, got all his supplies out and saying, everybody take from me. If you are nice to me, I'll be nice to you, I'll give. Girls are not looking for a man that has no fortress, right? When you're open and you're giving, that's like having no castle walls. That's like being homeless. You have nothing to protect. You have nothing of value in your treasure trove, nothing in the middle of your city for me to steal from.
Okay.
But if you're a man of, nah, I'm good. Nah, hold on a minute. You've got castle walls. Wait a minute. This man got walls. This man got a fortress. There's something of value in there. There's some treasure in there that he's protecting. What is that? That's what a girl's looking for. A girl's looking for value. And a man that usually has value is also someone that exudes walls and has barriers.
Okay. Speaking of boundaries and stuff, like, how can you, or how BSG going to advise the guy that he's scared to say no to the girl because he's scared for her to walk away? He's in fear of losing that woman, so focused on that woman, when if he had himself all together, he would have more options. Men that don't have options are scared to say no. Like, what do you say to those men?
Those men are afraid to lose something that was never theirs.
I like that. See,
it was It was never yours.
Yeah.
How can you be upset about losing something that was of another man's? That would be like me being upset that the apartment that I rent, because I wasn't able to pay that rent, some other man is now being moved in. Oh, that's not fair. It's not mine. It was never mine.
Yeah.
I was just temporarily holding a space. I can no longer afford to temporarily hold that space. So now another person is coming to take my place. That's how that works. Mm-hmm. And when a dude is like, oh, but I don't want to lose her, bro, you don't have anything to lose. There's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So how can you tell me you're afraid? Afraid of what? You're afraid of the feelings that you have. You're afraid of the loss of hope of having her, right? See, hope, I don't like hope. Hope is annoying because hope be telling you it's possible. Hope be telling you, hey, you're almost there. I don't need almost. I don't need what if. I don't need maybe. I need yes. I need we're going to go here. I need this is going to happen. I need this is the progress of what we're currently doing. Anything else is garbage to me. Yeah. If a girl's like, well, I think, I don't need that shit. I need to know, what are we? Where are we going? What are we doing? If you can't answer these things, I'm going to leave. I'm going to conserve my energy. And a woman will respect you a lot more if you do that than if you're constantly giving. And I hear it all the time. That man's desperate. Oh my God, he's so thirsty. They don't respect that.
Yeah.
And you'll hear it from girls all the time. I don't know why, but I just don't like them anymore. Man. That's their instinct.
Get that on the show all the time with the ladies on my show, man. They tell the same story.
That's the instinct, man. It's the inner instinct. They are looking for a man that is conservative, that says, fuck you, that says, listen to what I have to say, that says, this is what we're doing. Because that is, you got to remember, humans were born in a time period of nothing but death. We were easily eaten and killed for a long period of time. That's why we're instinctively afraid of the dark. That's something that's built into us over time. Because in the dark, there was nothing but beasts and monsters. And so the female that had the man that was willing to say, follow me, go this way, was usually the one that lived the longest. And that behavior has saved itself within our genetics. And over time, now girls have it, even though they don't want to believe it, instinctively built into them as such.
I like that analogy.